I miss the sound of the camera. Welcome to the 1000 subscribers Q&A, and let me tell you, it's been a crazy while I picked up this camera. The channel blew up for like my numbers and my reach and stuff. It just like blew up. We are at 1240 subscribers, which is freaking crazy if I think about it. I'm so grateful, guys. Let's just start it off. Why I have a cap? Man, I tried to record it. My hair stands like this. I look like a crazy person, like it's all over the place. Because it's been a lockdown for like almost a year now. Well, like lockdown open, but it's been locked down since December. So my barber is my mother's boyfriend, so you know how that goes. If you're watching this, I recommend you put this in your pocket when you go to a shop or just on a walk, and have me answer your questions, or you can just watch my face answer your questions. So let's get right into it. So how I want to structure this video is the fitness stuff will be at the end of the video, like how to gain weight, biceps exercises and stuff you asked me. First we will put like stuff you get to know me, like my history, my experiences, so the lore of tomigains. And let's get right into it, man. So my good friend Samuel asked, how many times you got slapped in MMCD? My man, so I have a very bad history with this. We have to dissolve this question so you understand. MMCD is a nightclub in my hometown of Rimavska Sobota, and when I was 14 and 15 years old, I visited it a few times during the night when I told my mom I'm going to sleep over at a friend and we are going to play video games, because that is what I was doing till then. Like I went to this friend called John or Jano, and like we played the whole night. So when I was like 12, 13, 14, but then came this bad boy, bad boy age 14, 15, and I lied to my mom that I'm going to him. Instead I went to Samuel, and we visited this nightclub where I drank, some alcohol, some toxic substances. Then I did some stupid stuff, and the slap count is 2. So the first time I got slapped in there is because okay, like I'm gonna keep this real, man. So one girl asked me like, can I borrow your lighter? Which I didn't have a lighter, but I said to that girl, I give you the lighter if you do something with me. You know what I'm referring to, okay? And that instant I said that, kaboom! My god, I just got slapped so loud, and then it was like a very funny experience. When I think back of it, I was a very stupid kid, but it's a great memory. And then I like discovered that that girl is related to some guy that is like a mafia guy or something, so I was a bit scared. But I'm alive. I didn't end up in a grave or under the ground, so I think I got lucky. And the second time I got slapped, that's a really nice memory, man. I was just like dancing around, fooling around, on the like a dance floor, why not? And this guy comes up to me, and I just look at him, and it like instantly I get slapped, man. And I'm like, what the frick is going on, bro? Then again, I get slapped again, and I'm like this 14-year-old twink, man. I'm like not 105 kg like right now. I'm like 180 centimeters tall, man. I'm like 70 kg. I'm like a stick there. I'm just getting tossed around like shit. And I started, man. I remember I ran up to this guy and I tell him, man, like help me, what's going on? And he like stands up, and asks the guy, what's going on? And the guy is like, this dude reminds me of my friend's brother. And I'm like, why the F are you slapping me if I remind you of your friend's brother? And that was it, and he walks away. And I'm like, man, that was a very nice experience. So that's when I realized, the moral of the story, that visiting nightclubs and getting girls is fun for the moment, but you don't benefit from it and you feel like shit next day. So I just, from there, I slowly stopped going to nightclubs and just dedicated my life to the gym, have some progress in my hobbies, which they fill me up throughout the days as they go by, not just like in a moment. So yeah, definitely what I would say, if you want it, try some night clubbing, and if it's not you, don't just force yourself because people do it. Just do what you want to do, One disclaimer to this story, guys, definitely don't treat women like this, because first of all, it's not nice. they're a human being. It's not nice to treat people like this, and you should always be respectful to anyone you talk with or talk to. But yeah, and you should mostly watch your mouth under the influence of toxic substances like alcohol or drugs, because you can say some stuff you can't take back and you will regret. So when you are under the influence of anything, and I hope you won't be, just be respectful and watch your mouth and think before you say, and that's what I didn't do. So yeah guys, and you will get much better with women or people around you in general. So yeah, first think, then say. And that was another question. Poo poo or pee pee? It's a very nice question. Very physical answer right now will come from my mouth. So poo poo is a thing where you just sit on the toilet and something comes out, but pee pee is a thing you can use, you know, for peeing or, you know, human stuff. So for me, definitely pee pee. We have to dissolve these questions. We have to be hard. Na zdravie. Lore question again. Tak to mi voláš Česka.
Vo veku 15 a viac rokov, ktorí sú ochotní podeliť sa o svoj názor na problém.
Have you tried some drugs? Asking for a school project. Well, I went to like high school, aka here in Slovakia it's called stredná škola, in America it's high school, and I was in dorm. So I came across stuff called weed, which will be legal here since May or April, but right now, and then it was a drug, so that's that. And what I realized with weed, because it's a very common substance these days, very common drug, I don't even think it's drug anymore. The thing with that is I just get very paranoid, and I just feel like, you know, like something is like cramping me inside, and I just don't feel good. I feel stressed, I feel paranoid. Very, 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 I can't stress enough how paranoid I feel. Every time I tried it, it was only a bad experience. I never had a good experience. One thing good about weed is if you're a hard gainer, you eat everything you see in sight. So maybe that's a good thing, but it isn't, I wouldn't recommend it. At least for people like I, who just get paranoid from it. It just costs, you know, more money, and if you just get bad side effects, just don't do it, you know. And then I mean, we are keeping it real in this Q&A. Once I tried these, and he knows, and the guy is my best friend, so he knows why he's asking that, the Cube Scoot. We tried some pills. We tried some coughing pills, which was said, it's called tomigains. And it's said that these pills, if you take a lot in like an hour, like 15 in 1 hour, you know, you will get some weird stuff going on in you, you know. So we were stupid, of course. I was 16, and we were like, okay, why not, you know, it's a pill, you can buy it. I think you couldn't even buy it in Slovakia anymore, you could just order it. Try these coughing pills, and we take like 15. First of all, it's nothing, and I'm like, bro, let's start taking it faster, because this is nothing. And suddenly Cube Scoot, because I was with Cube Scoot, of course, as always, if I do bullshit or bad stuff, man is red. Like, I will just like shorten up the story, because one day when I will start streaming, I will like do the whole full story time. But I see a man is red. Like, man is jumping and he's saying he's falling slower, and I'm like, what? Wow, he's crazy, man. He's a placebo. Man turns red, like starts scratching himself all over, man. He scratched like a tiger would scratch him. And I'm like, what's going on? I'm starting to feel a bit crazy, and I come up to this window, and I live across the street. There is like a building, you know, like the building is here, okay? And I come to this window, I open it up, and the building is in front of my face. And I'm like, what is going on? Like, reality is shifting, my guy. Like, crazy stuff is happening. Like, and Cube Scoot says jump, and I jump, and I'm falling like in slow motion. I'm like, what's going on? So it was a really crazy hour. We were experimenting, like looking at stuff and, you know, things, and then like this idea comes to mind. Let's get outside. We get outside. Man starts forgetting everything, and every 5 minutes he asking me, where are we? Like, I forgot, where are we? Why are we going there? Man gets, I don't know how it's called, you know, when you lose your mind, like short-term memory, and you lose it. That's what he had. I'm gonna put the name here. And I was paranoid, man. I was so paranoid again. Like 3 old people were going, you know, coming to us, like our way. Old people, 70-year-old grandpa with like 2 grandmas, and I'm like, bro, they're gonna beat us up, they're gonna fucking steal our stuff, rob us. And I got so paranoid, started sweating, and they just come by because they're old people. And I was like, I was in the mindset that we are getting robbed, my guy. And it was a crazy night, all out the night. We just came to get the gas station, and the gas station is like a person working there. Like, what can we give you? And at that instant I shouted at her, like, you can't give us alcohol because we are going to die! Because it said that if you drink alcohol with those pills you can die. So immediately I shouted at her, like, I shout like crazy, like, don't give us alcohol because we are going to die! And she's looking at me, and my pupils are like this, man, like my eyes are like this. And man, I just tried to get a coffee, I just can't put it in the machine. The coin is falling out, I can't, you know, like, put the coin inside. So she comes up, picks it up from the ground because I was losing it. And bro, I just can't even think back. We were like completely, like, imagine two drugged up people come to the gas station and do this. I'm a bit of ashamed. I was young and stupid. I'm glad I did it then, not now. So, you know, I have some experiences and know to be smarter right now. So yeah, but one day when I will be streaming on Twitch, I will do the full story time, because man, it was one of the craziest nights of my life. Like, reality was shifting, my guy. Like, things were appearing and disappearing, and it was crazy. But that's a story for another day. But this is the short story. For legal reasons, these stories, what I just said, were made up, and none of toxic substances under the age of 18 were consumed. This was only my imagination. And the thing I would like to add to the question with the drugs is, you know, guys, I worked in like a bouncer in one of the biggest nightclubs in Slovakia, and I saw what drugs can do to people. So that's why I would recommend to you guys, if you want to try something, first of all, think if you really want to try it, if it's really worth it, because some things can really F you up and make you do very bad stuff, or just, you know, make a laughing stock out of you, because some people can't control themselves, you know, they then take stuff, and you don't want to be walking around looking like you ain't even there, man, like, you know what I mean. So definitely, guys, there are some young people out there. I know you are getting into stuff, getting into life, discovering stuff, but just know that sometimes it's not okay to try everything just for the experience. You know, think if you really want to try it, or you just want to try it because you don't know what it is. But first of all, think about if it's really worth it, okay, guys? Because I saw some very bad stuff happen under the influence of these things, and I don't want you guys to end up like that or do that stuff. So yeah, and I don't want you guys to be laughing stock for your friends, because you look really ridiculous with some stuff in your system. Are you natural? So of course I'm natural. Like, a lot of guys assume that, at least if you go on my transformation video, which has like 140,000 views right now, like, the comments there are crazy. I mean, yeah, it's a lot of people, but a lot of people go in the comments, like, if you go lower, because they don't like those, are like, this isn't natural, this can't be natural, and so many reasons. Like, people even don't just say you are not natural, but they just go into depth why I'm not natural, and how gaining this much size and this with this training isn't possible. So they even like try to scientifically explain I'm not natural. But I'm honest with you guys, and I will be always honest. If I take anything, which I don't think I ever will, I will be very open about it, very honest about it, because the one thing I don't want to do in this industry is misguide and lie to people, because so many people already do it. And I don't even blame those people who say I'm not natural. I blame those people who lie about it, because there is so many people who lie that they don't use anything, but they just use a shit ton, or just use stuff, and they get sponsors because they look good, and the sponsors get them because they can lie to people. I did this with this and this supplement and this protein and this pre-workout, you know, BCAs, and they look good, so people will buy it. So it's a very good trading trick. But I don't blame the people who say I'm not natural and don't believe me, because so many people lie. Why wouldn't I lie, right? But for me, I couldn't look in the mirror and be honest with myself and be like, yeah, I'm doing the good thing. I wouldn't feel good about what I'm doing, and I'm doing, you know. So I just couldn't lie. So yeah guys, I'm natural, I'm 100% natural, and if I ever won't be or take anything, which I doubt I will tell you guys so immediately. Like I even will announce it before I do it. So yeah, no worries there. If I'm your like natural guy you look up to, or a guy you look up to, because I get some, you know, DMs that you are my motivation, you inspire me, I'm natural, and if I won't be, you will know. So keep grinding guys, and you even will look better than me, and naturally, just keep grinding. What's the best video game you ever played, and why is it Skyrim? So Fred, owner of the com store, already knows why it's Skyrim. So my favorite video game of all time, like history, and I can't even place anything near it, nowhere near it, my guy, nowhere near it, is Skyrim. And I think it's because Skyrim, because the atmosphere of like medieval times with like swords and stuff, and if you combine the magic in there with like mages and trolls and giants and just magical creatures, it just becomes so epic, because it's not, you know, one phase that you only fight humans with weapons. You have magics, you have spells, you have like this diversity, and you even get to explore the unknown, you know. So you walk around in this atmospheric world where, you know, where you play the first time, a troll can jump out of you, a dragon can attack you, and a giant can slam you into the sky. Like it just, that's why it got to me the most, because you get this sense of adventure on your screen, and you are in it. You create your character, you design it the way you want, you upgrade it the way you want, you play the style you want. For me, my playing style, man, is a big ass warrior with as much armor as I can pack on him, and with a big ass giant weapon. Like, best a warhammer is best, but if I find a war axe or war sword, like a great sword, but man, like a warhammer is the best thing I can, you know, play. Like, bro, the heaviest and the biggest damage I can deal in a short amount of time, that's my playing style, but with heavy weapons, you know what I mean. And if I'm playing like a modern game, then it's a big ass shotgun. That's my style of playing games. Your biceps workout routine, please. So I think this guy, this man, wants to grow his biceps, and what I would say with biceps, and in training, which training in general, if you are a natural athlete, the biggest thing you should worry about is the basics. Only the basics, nothing special, no fancy stuff, man. Just for biceps, especially, just do your bread and butter, man. Like the biggest basic you can do, a bar, you know, like just a biceps curl with a dumbbell or a barbell, then reverse biceps curls, you know, for the other head. Hammer curls, like just the total, I do like 3 or 4 biceps exercises, like I think just 3, just the barbell curl, then the reverse curl, and then the hammer curl, and that's it, man. You just worry about doing that with intensely as you can, and you just feel the muscle, you know, going up, then slowly down, going up, controlling the negatives. Just like biceps is a small muscle, so try, while working out, try to control it as much as you can and think about it, you know. So you rip as much muscle fibers as you can, and you grow a bigger muscle. So yeah, man, nothing special, just the basics. But definitely give it your all and just go hard as you can. And don't injure yourself, be smart with a good technique. What do you want to achieve within 5 years? So I would break this question down with, first of all, what do I want to achieve with sport of powerlifting? Because I got into powerlifting like 7-8 months ago, and I think I'm pretty solid at it for 8 months. And the fun fact is, I'm already close to some numbers that are Slovakian records in powerlifting. So in the 19 to 24-year-old group, and I'm 19, so I definitely want to break some Slovakian IPF powerlifting records. I want to get my name out there in the world as a powerlifter, and in the sport as a powerlifter here in Slovakia and all around the place, you know, as a powerlifter. Then with like my life, with life goals, I'm not like really sure. Right now I'm living with my girlfriend in a rented apartment, which is very nice. Like, life goal is like travel and see some stuff, you know, maybe upgrade like move to a bit bigger place, because this is only a 1 room, you know. You can also watch my video where I did like a tour on here. So yeah, maybe upgrade this place, but definitely want to travel, meet up with some people, you know, do some collabs, and that's when we get to the social media. Definitely want to grow this social media, get people, you know, like watching all over the world as we are right now with just 1,000 subscribers. Like people are watching from all over the place, like India, Australia, you know, America, some people, Spain, Portugal, Germany, you know, like from all over the world. Just want to grow the social medias, then travel and meet some people, collab with some cool people, you know, get my, as I said, name out there. That's like the social media goal. And one of the goals of mine is to get a computer when I will have the room for it, because in this little place I don't have a room for a computer. I don't have where to put it even. So I want to get a computer and start streaming on Twitch, playing video games, which is one of my big dreams to do. So yeah guys, one big goal is starting to stream on Twitch as well. So yeah man, that's around it. Do you plan on taking roids? It's steroids, but do you plan on taking roids? Well, the thing is, I'm not really planning on taking steroids because, first of all, I would love to compete, maybe even for the rest of my life, in the IPF powerlifting, you know, federation, which is very, very tested, and it's really, you know, like strict on performance enhancing drugs use or just any use. I can't even take like some pre-workouts, because if I get tested I will test positive, because I think DMAA and just like stuff that they put into pre-workouts, some of the pre-workouts is like, you know, it's like illegal and you will get banned. So I need to be very careful, and using PEDs doesn't come even into question. But let's just say hypothetically, like my brain switches, you know, I get all crazy and now I just want to deadlift 500 kilos and just want to move on and deadlift some big numbers, then like that's what I want to say with steroids is you can't blame people who do that, because some people just want to get, you know, the best their body can get in that sport, so they sacrifice some health, some other life even stuff, you know, some relationships, and they start using steroids or performance enhancing drugs so they can reach their goals. And I'm very okay with that. I respect those people, even Larry Wheels and people like that, because if they are open and they don't hide and lie, then I respect those people that they can dedicate their whole entire life to using these performance enhancing drugs, because it's not just putting a needle in your ass and expecting magic results. You have to work for it even harder, because with those things in your system you have to be careful and put in a lot of work to achieve the big goals you want to achieve. So yeah man, definitely respect the use, like steroid users that are open and don't lie, and then don't respect people who are snakes and just lie to get sponsored and sell supplements or just get paid for their good body, their natural body. Even we all know there are a lot of people in this industry that are fake, and as I say, made up is your Lego at your Chinese store, totally fake. So yeah guys, respect the people that they are open about it. And yeah, but me personally, as I said, I'm not planning on taking anything, and if I will, you will know it even before. What actually helped you to cut down? Cutting down, especially cutting down body fat, isn't that hard. Only two tricks you need or stuff to do is a caloric deficit. So you need to find your caloric deficit and eat those calories, and let's say you are eating 2,500 calories, you lose like 3-4 kg and then you stop. Then you have to drop it. So you drop it to 2,300 calories. Now you drop 4 kg again, it stops. You can't run it. You again drop it. And this like you drop it, but you can't drop it till you are on 1,000 calories, young people. Remember that, because some people, we will have a crazy guy who eats almost nothing and isn't losing weight. Then that's when you gotta, you know, take a step back with dieting. Eat more calories, gain a bit of weight, like 1 kg, 2 kg, but just slowly, you know, like add 300 or like 500 calories, gain a little weight back, and then cut down from there again. This like boosts your metabolism. Or have cheat meals, or like counted cheat meals that you count your calories throughout your cut, like once a week or once every 2 weeks, because that will boost your metabolism and you will start losing weight again. And now we have a follow-up question. I'm eating about 2,000 calories but barely lose weight. 2 years of training. I hope my previous answer helped you a lot, because it will help you a lot, because this is the only way you lose weight. If you don't know, then just text me, or just don't understand, text me on Instagram. I can explain more or anybody that's watching, just don't be afraid, text me. So another question which I picked because it was very liked on my transformation video, and people are asking how. Just started going to the gym 4 months ago, struggling to put on weight, metabolism is damn fast. I can eat 3000 calories daily and it's still hard to put on weight. So let's just say, I'm not gonna read it all, thank you very much for the question, but if you can gain weight, anybody out there, the only trick with gaining weight, there is no stepping back, you only can go up, you know. So if you are not gaining weight at 3000 calories, eat 3500 calories. You aren't gaining weight, eat more and eat more until you start gaining weight. And I will put, I think a video before this already is put out, which is called How to Gain Weight or Secret to Gaining Weight. Go check it out, it's 60 seconds, totally explained. But what I want to say, I'm really grateful for like 1240 subscribers. It sounds crazy because a year from now I remember I had like 280 subscribers at this moment in March, and now we are at 1240. So that's like 1000 subscribers, which if you look at it isn't like doubling that, tripling it. I think it's like 4 times that, or just a big number. I think it's 5 times that. So you guys went crazy and I'm just really grateful for that. So yeah, see you in the next video, guys. Hope you enjoyed this, and peace.